Ma'am, you are charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Officer responded to a call at the TSU Library Center located at 3100 Claiborne Street in Harris County, Texas, regarding a disturbance. The officer made contact with the individual causing the disturbance, and the defendant approached asking officers what's going on and what did she do. The officers repeatedly asked the defendant to step back, and she became belligerent, asserting that they were at her store. She eventually complied and moved away, but she insisted that a police supervisor be called to the scene. TSU Sergeant Barnett arrived and spoke privately with the defendant. Afterwards, responding officer requested the defendant's information to report her behavior to her supervisor in the university. The defendant refused to provide it and attempted to bypass the officer. When the officer asked her to identify herself again, the defendant declined and attempted to walk away. As the officer tried to detain her, she began to throw herself on the ground and yell, escalating the disturbance. Several officers issued verbal commands for her to comply. The defendant continued to resist, jumping around and asserting her rights. The officer attempted to escort her outside. The defendant then wrapped her arms and legs around a pole, continuing to yell. The officers physically pried her from the pole and detained her. The defendant used her body weight to resist and push against the officers. The defendant was then placed in the back of the patrol car without incident.
Doing wrong.
Now the focus shifts to Mr. Jackson, caught with marijuana. The judge lays down strict bond conditions. No drugs, no alcohol, random testing. Jackson stands there quietly, maybe realizing that even a small mistake can spiral into big consequences. The judge's tone? Controlled but firm. A reminder that leniency has limits. Should judges be this strict on marijuana cases? Or do you think the system needs to relax?
And she, I guess...
So what it says is that they made contact with the individual that was causing the disturbance, and then the defendant approached asking.
See,
the officer.
right. So she just comes up, starts being nosy, right?
Right.
And then she basically, I guess, is trying to leave. And then they start asking her for her information.
Well, they were asking her to leave the scene so that they can respond to the disturbance, and she wouldn't comply. I think that's the issue, that she wouldn't leave when they asked her.
Did you say that?
Yes. They asked her to move away from the scene and she refused to comply.
Show me, will you read that part again?
Mm-hmm. So when she approached the officers repeatedly asked the defendant to step back, and the defendant became belligerent, asserting that they were at her store. She eventually complied and moved away, but
So she complies, she moves away.
Right. But then she came back.
Okay.
And so at that point, when she returned, they asked her to identify herself. She refused to provide her identification. And then at that point, when they asked her to identify herself, she attempted to bypass the officers.
She leaves. She's trying to leave.
She is attempting to, she's attempting to leave again.
And then they start bucking up to her.
Sure, yeah.
Judge, what is this case?
It's on for tomorrow's docket. Let me give you the cause number. 251-1137. She goes up there, allegedly being nosy, leaves, comes back, and then they start asking for her information. And she declines to give her information.
So, Judge, what I'm looking at here, just to add context to the situation, she approaches in an unrelated incident. It looks like
Correct.
She's asking what's going on. Fine. They talk to her individually. Okay. They tell her to leave. She continually asks what's going on. What did she do? She asserts, she becomes belligerent, is what the officer says, asserting that they were at her store, obstructing their investigation. Eventually, I don't know what the time frame.
Next, a case of family assault. The defendant agrees to 3 days in jail, a light sentence considering the charge. The judge confirms everything carefully, making sure it's voluntary. You can hear the subtle relief in the defendant's voice. 3 days is nothing compared to what it could have been. It's a brief, tense exchange that ends with a sigh of relief. Do you think 3 days is fair for an assault charge, or too lenient?
And again, they're detaining her. She says no.
But what's the interference? What did she specifically do?
Well,
she's just talking to them.
I understand,
Right?
Judge. She's talking to them, but she's saying that they're at her store. She's belligerent, telling them to leave. They're at her store. the position of the state judge that did obstruct their investigation. I mean, it's not in this, there's multiple senses of obstruction in our opinion. It's not.
Are you losing right now? Okay. Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it. All right, I'll find no probable cause.
I'll dismiss the case, Judge.
When you go up and you get into a pissing match with officers, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Every single time. If you go up and you mess with someone who has the power of arrest, you're going to lose every single time. Don't go. It's not hard. I found no probable cause in your case, ma'am. Just be careful. Okay?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
If I want to pursue, press charges, or
Don't. You know what? Let sleeping dogs lie. Don't.
they assaulted me, though. They knocked out my tooth, they chipped my tooth, I got bruises on me.
And you can always go file a complaint with Internal Affairs,
That's what I'm asking.
with whatever.
How could I do that? I don't know the protocols.
So what agency was this? Is this, did you say it was at a college or?
Yes.
Okay. So you go to the Texas Southern University Police, you go to Internal Affairs, and you can file a complaint that way. Okay, I would take everything that you have, and that's how you do it. Okay, but just be careful.
And I can't even go back to my job because they're trying to ban me.
I don't know. I mean, did they issue some kind of trespass warning?
No, sir.
If there's a trespass warning, be careful. I don't see that one has been filed.
As the judge wraps up, you can sense exhaustion in his voice. Case after case, story after story, from dismissals to heartbreak to relapse. It's a day filled with lessons about responsibility, fairness, and second chances. The courtroom empties, but the echoes of those moments linger. Which story hit you the hardest today? Sam's freedom, White's tears, or Wyoff's downfall?
The right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On November 4th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's motor vehicle after observing it stopped in a moving lane of traffic at Hillcroft Avenue. Upon approaching, the officer observed the defendant exit from the driver's side door of the vehicle and walk to the front of the vehicle. The officer advised dispatch about the traffic hazard, and upon approaching the defendant, observed a small plastic baggie containing a green leafy substance that was in plain view on the driver's seat. The total amount of marijuana was weighed to be 5.9 grams.
So he gets pulled over for just stopping.
He was stopped in a moving lane of traffic.
Oh, he was just stopped.
He was stopped. Yes, Your Honor.
Got it. All right. Mr. Jackson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
Can you run his license, please? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Yes, sir. That got not. It's in the car name though. It's in both our names.
No.
It's in two people's names.
No. I want to know if you have insurance in your name.
I don't know if it's in my name.
Then you're not allowed to drive, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. Until you show me that you have car insurance in your name, you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you not to use or consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I will randomly test you. If I find that you're using illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond. I'll put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bond. Do you understand? You look amused. Mr. Jackson, you're now working on your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, ninth case. Your second weed case within the last 2 months. What's amusing?
Next, the judge reviews bond conditions. No drugs, no alcohol, and weekly check-ins. It's a familiar pattern by now, but this time there's frustration in his voice. He's seen too many defendants nod, "Yes, sir," only to show up a week later with another violation. The courtroom isn't just about laws, it's about trust. And once you lose that, you lose everything. Would you say these strict rules help people reform, or just set them up to fail again?
Marijuana, I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand? Okay, come on. I said, you're not allowed to drive unless you have liability insurance and you show it to us and we can see it that it has your name on it.
I know he said no smoking. I'm not on probation.
Okay.
Like, I got the paperwork for my pre-release, but I posted not to. This is signing after like for something else.
This is an affidavit for you not to drive.
And then you said not to smoke, and I'm not on.
I'm gonna have you sign paperwork with pretrial promising us that you're not going to use illegal drugs.
I'm not on probation, child.
You have an open case with us and I'm making it a condition of your bond. And if you do it, then I'm going to revoke your bond and I will put you in.
So like right
There
now,
are plenty of places in the United States that you can go to. California, go to Colorado, go to perhaps Arizona. Texas, it's illegal.
if I don't sign it right now, we're talking about milk time.
Correct. I don't know. Hey, I'm asking you to follow the law. I'm not asking you to split the atom. Just follow the law. If you don't like it, there's other places you can go.
For how long though? That's what I'm asking.
Forever. You got to follow the law forever, man.
I'm talking about if I'm trying to see.
Go get insurance. Show me that it has your name on it and I'll let you drive. I just got to know that if you get into a car wreck, other people are protected. Because if you hit someone else's car and you create $10,000 worth of damage and you ain't got insurance, they're out $10,000. Insurance covers you for that fact to pay them.
That's not what I'm asking. This is what I'm asking. Like probation stuff.
You're not on, no, I'm making it a condition.
I already signed my conditions when I got out of jail to be pre-released already. So it's another condition.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Those were conditions that the magistrate gave you, if they gave you conditions. I am doing more because I care more. That's why. If you don't like it, don't get in trouble. It's easy money. Sure. Your lawyer has been tenacious in trying to get you a bond, as is your family.
That's Mike, he's a good guy.
But it has nothing to do with them. It has to do with me, and more importantly, it has to do with you. And you have to.
Now a young woman appears, charged with a minor offense, but her tone and body language speak volumes. She's nervous, remorseful, and clearly overwhelmed. The judge takes a softer tone this time, explaining the options carefully. It's a rare glimpse of compassion in a place that often feels cold and procedural. Should judges show more empathy like this or stay strictly by the book?
And that warrant will always remain active until you go back and take care of it. So let's play devil's advocate that they don't come get you. We release you in 2 weeks. If I were you, I would immediately go up to Wisconsin and don't just call your lawyer. Okay, can you take care of this for me? No, you have to actually physically go there.
I wanted to go there. I was actually hoping, give me 1 second, please. Don't get mad at me. Please let me say
No
something.
one's mad at you.
No, just let me say, please.
Sure.
It's been very devastating for me. But
Shh.
my plans was to go up there. I'm not crying for myself. I'm crying for my kids. I don't care about me. I don't care if you put me in jail for the rest of my life. Don't bother me. I don't care about myself. I care for my kids. I never did anything in 24 years. Never robbed nobody. I never stole anybody. I was buying and selling diesel truck parts. I was the only one in my family that went legitimate, sir. The only one that went legitimate. The only one that didn't commit crimes in 24 years. I was the only one, and you could verify this. And now I care for my son, both of them, and one is sick. And that's what I'm devastated about. So they want to fry me and let them eat me. Whatever, they got me now.
You shouldn't have that kind of mindset. The mindset that you should have is that, look, I'm a father now. When you're single, you have no response. You can do whatever you want.
I don't.
When you get married, your life is about your wife.
Like,
When you have kids, your life's not yours.
can I tell you something else? I want you to know. I want you to know the truth. I want you to know the truth.
Sure.
My brother did all this. And my brother, Tom, who I informed to the authorities in Wisconsin, where he was.
As the next defendant steps forward, the courtroom mood shifts again. This case involves failure to comply with probation. The judge's patience wears thin. He reminds the defendant that probation isn't freedom. It's a privilege. Every missed appointment, every failed test is a step closer to losing that privilege. The words hit hard. Do you think probation is a fair second chance or just another trap waiting to snap shut?
16 years old. Okay. Because of this, sir, this is why this happened. All these issues. I want you to know that.
And cut ties.
I did.
If you have someone like that, you cut ties. But the only thing I'm trying to impart to you is that This warrant will always remain active
I
until you
want to
go.
fix it.
So if they end up letting you out, I would immediately, and look, Mr. White, don't get on a plane. If you try to get on an airplane, they're going to arrest you. You know, you got to find an alternate means of getting down there. All you have to do is post bond, and then that lifts that warrant. That's all you got to do.
They'll put a big bond on me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, is there a bond set over there? Do you guys know?
Paid $102,000 cash bond.
I don't see a bond at this moment, Judge.
There's no bond that's set.
Yeah.
When you go down there, you can ask them for a bond, and then that's how it works. But
I'm not the person that this charge made me to be, that I promise you.
just
Not.
get out of here, make us proud. That's all we're asking, you know?
May it please the court, on the 27th is the day he's supposed to come back. I don't want to delay his time anymore because I will be out of town. I don't think he would have a problem. We can have someone here if we needed to, but.
No, we don't know. We don't need someone here for the end. You do want to waive extradition, right though, Mr. White?
I signed a paper, yes.
Okay, all right, guys, we wish you the best of luck. If they take you, great. If not, go up there, okay?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna, I was gonna do it anyway. I was trying. I tried before, but now we're going to do it now.
All right, Mr. White, come on.
Thank you.
You were charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. This also comes with an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that you can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. If you pick up a gun, you're in possession of a gun or any kind of ammunition, that in and of itself is a Class A misdemeanor and an arrestable offense. Do you understand?
Sorry, Your Honor.
You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Is this what you want to do?
Sorry, Your Honor.
How do you plead to the offense, or guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will send you to the agreement. It looks like you were also enhanced with your delivery of marijuana case out of the 177th out of 2004. Because of this agreement, now we will have to abandon the enhancement. You know, if you come to court, good things happen. We expect you to come to court, and when you don't, there are very serious consequences. You now will see. You now, all you're doing is racking up convictions on your record. All it's going to do is hurt you even more and more. Had you come to court, you probably would have gotten a great result. All you have to do is show up, and when you do that, good things happen. I hope that this is a lesson and that you learn from now on, when you pick up a case, just show up. You understand?
Sorry, Your Honor.
All right, good luck. You get no more time. This case is 1,400 days old. You're out of time. Do you understand?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Pick a day next week. You must be here and be ready.
Can we do it by Zoom, John? If
No.
we sign the plea agreement today, can we do it by Zoom?
We need him here to thumbprint, sign documents. We don't do pleas via Zoom. Where do you live?
Okay, that's true.
Where do you live?
Alice.
Okay, you can do it today, or you can come back next week, whatever you want to do. But I'm not, it's 1,400 days old. I'm not giving you. Okay, all right. And the charges that he's wanted for are sexual assault of a child in the first degree, sexual assault, strangulation, and now we have.
And the other ones are a violation of, one of them is similar to contempt and one of them is violating a court order. I want to say bond, but I'm not sure. So the other ones are FTA. And
Unbelievable how someone can just pooch that.
and so, and for what it's worth, for this case, he actually was in this court 4 years ago for the same offense that he's now wanted again. And at that point, he was already wanted as a fugitive in South Dakota. He was on in another state for the same warrant where he was apprehended there and then here, or vice versa, and then he was taken back. So he's already been a fugitive twice on top of the 3 open warrants.
And here we are yet again, and still
And I just, yeah.
unbelievable.
That said, wanted to make sure all the facts were out there. So I didn't know until this morning. Because like for the holds, we don't get to see, especially for multi-county holds, is we can't see which county selected because on our hold screen, it only shows what state. So that's why it's important for the multi-jurisdictional ones.
things need to change, Day. It's just.
So that's why as soon as we found out, I reached out to both, and that's why I'm standing here instead of Amy, just because of how much of a problem it is. And so that's why I made sure to get firm dates for Douglas County, because they're the ones that already have the hold. And I wanted to make sure that it was still within the statutory 30 days before I made any approaches. And so I haven't gotten a call back from Sarpy. I don't know if it's because they use the same transport company and it was just a matter of communicating, or if they're trying to get an
Tension spikes again when an argument breaks out about an extradition order. Confusion between states, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, leads to paperwork chaos. The judge remains calm, sorting through the mess with visible frustration. The system looks rigid from the outside, but moments like this show it's held together by human hands, and humans make mistakes. How would you feel if a paperwork mix-up could decide your freedom?
If you have an attorney, I don't care if you have Jesus on your side, you have to go to Nebraska. And in fact, these charges will remain out there for the rest of your life until you make it up to Nebraska.
Understood.
So, Your Honor, just even though it is a PR bond, what amount will you be putting for the PR bond?
It's inconsequential. I don't know.
Because in the event that it doesn't, it still gets revoked. And so just trying to figure out what to put on our.
You have an amount?
Abel?
$1,000?
That's what I mean. I mean, I was, especially considering that there's 3 counties. I mean, if it's inconsequential for the number for the court, then I would ask to be set at 100,000 because of severity and the fact that he has 2 prior fugitives for the same offense that he's FTA on, and the fact that he has
1,000, Abel. Okay. Regardless, I'm giving you a PR bond now. But these, like I said,
I'm gonna. Do you want him to reapproach when I print out the reset? Because I'll do the reset for returning himself. So, if
no, let's just get everything done now.
Okay, I have to type it
take
up.
your time. No rush. You know, but like I said, these charges will remain out there until you take care of it. You know, you remain in Harris County, you will continue to get picked up. You're going to continue to sit there over and over and over. And these charges have been open since what, 2000 and.
Well, the last fugitive case was 2020. I don't know when the charge started, but that's. But also, like I said, we might end up showing up tomorrow for the exact same thing, or what day is today? I can't even. Wednesday, whenever they file it, and then they bring them up for the holdover for processing. So I don't know. I want to be upfront. Is that we're going to go through this again at some point? And at that point, maybe we'll get an answer from Sarpy. I don't know. But if I could just have 5.
How long would it take for them to get up here anyway?
That's what I said. The new date is the 26th. It's still within the 30 days. That's what I mean. It's still within the statutory days allotted. It's yeah. And of course, it's the initial communication was to a correct county, not the county on the front page of the fugitive packet, but it was sent to that county. I guess there was a miscommunication on either who would send it out or when the court would allow it. So I don't know, because that's their end. I don't get to control what they do, but Douglas County was correctly informed.
If they file new charges on the other counties, Abel, I don't know about other PR bonds though. You know, I am in this case because of the mix up, right? But I don't know about other ones, you know?
Right. I don't exactly. I don't know if he's be entitled to one.
Just get on it, doggone it.
Well, because if we do, well, it does matter, because if he's intending to do it and he's held on the other one, because if he withdraws his waiver to permit the bond today, then we're going to go back to this again, because he's going to be held on one. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter, because they would start their 14 days if judge.
Right. They're 14 days.
Another 14 days would kick in.
Right.
Now comes one of the more emotional moments. A defendant visibly breaks down, admitting regret and pleading for leniency. The courtroom falls silent. The judge listens carefully, weighing not just the crime, but the person behind it. It's a rare moment where justice and humanity intersect. For a brief second, you're reminded this isn't just a legal process. It's people's lives. Do you think showing emotion helps or hurts a defendant's case?
No. So can you set bond at 50,000, please? Okay.
I'm still typing it up. If you want,
but take your time. We're not sending him anywhere, so we can still have him sign everything. All right. So I see that you're wanted out of Bucks, Pennsylvania, on a parole violation.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
two underlying cases.
So the fact that he's been on the same fugitive case twice more in your court works both in and against my favor. Before my time in general litigation, there were two prior other prosecutors.
Here we go, flexing the muscle.
Well,
I'm just
one of
kidding.
them was
Dave.
me. One of them was me. But for the three, two prior ones were dismissed, and he keeps getting arrested on the same warrant, and they keep not picking him up. I had Amy call the.
This is going to happen eternally for you, Mr. Ginder, until you go back to Pennsylvania. You will continue to get arrested over and over and over. It doesn't require you to say anything. I'm just giving you a heads up that that warrant will be there for the rest of your natural born life until you take care of it. If you're 72, you will still get picked up and sit in jail for. How do we go forward?
So this is one of those unusual situations. There is no pre-signed waiver, so he has a right to.
A parole case?
Some states, including ours, they just don't have it in their clause for their parole. But I've had Amy call, and she was only able to reach the supervisor for the deputy that actually handles his specific warrant.
But Dave, don't we have enough people in jail, number one? And if they don't care enough to pick them up over and over.
So one of them, I was explaining to Ricardo, the first, and I could be wrong, I haven't checked my notes, but one of them might have been around COVID. And so I know a lot of them were picking up. Nobody can fault for that. But the other ones, I don't know. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not trying to present anything to court that I don't have. But conversely, he's had considerable amount of time to cure his warrant. And so that's why I said, like, what's for and against me is obviously I don't like them playing games.
You want.
For me, I would like to get a hold of the supervisor there and figuring out what happened the other times, but we've just been unsuccessful this morning. And that's the issue.
I get it. Do you want to perhaps roll it to tomorrow? So it gives you enough time? Hey, I'm with you.
I know.
It's maddening that someone continues to get picked up and they don't care. Either release the hold or come do your job. I mean, really.
Because we do have ones where they release it locally, where they teletype that they won't enforce it in certain jurisdictions or just contiguous ones. And so I don't have an answer to present the court. I mean,
let's roll it to tomorrow. We're going to try to get to the bottom of it, Mr. Gimbel or Ginder. But regardless, that warrant, until you take care of it, is going to eternally be out there forever and a day. And if you like to continue to get arrested, but at some point it must get tiring, right?
Yes, sir. All right, we'll roll it to tomorrow.
So let's roll it to tomorrow. I will tell you this, that I mean,
I know, and that's where I'm at as well. And so I'll see if I can I'll keep going up the chain until somebody answers. That's all I can do.
Yeah, good luck, Day. I know how diligent you are. You know, I have your client here, Mr. Wyckoff, with me.
Yes, Judge.
We sent him for another drug test today.
Yes.
He tested positive for cocaine and THC.
All right, Judge. Are you going to?
I mean, how can I let him go when he's testing positive for cocaine?
The judge continues hearing new cases, quick, decisive rulings. One defendant fails a drug test. Another misses community service hours. It's a rhythm now, like a conveyor belt of accountability. But each case carries a story. Each one is a warning that one bad choice can follow you for years. The judge repeats his message again and again. Follow the rules or face the consequences. Why do you think so many people struggle to follow simple court conditions?
To use alcohol or illegal drugs.
I haven't been.
And you just tested positive again for cocaine. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. It goes with you. Joseph, he'll pop up on tomorrow's docket, and I guess I'll reach out to you then, and we'll see how we go forward.
Stop talking.
I'll be in the courthouse, Judge, so I can just stop by.
All right. Thanks, Joseph.
Thank you.
So you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. This is a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine.
The defendant attempted to pass the police line into the fatality investigation. The officers stopped the driver and observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, slurred speech, and unsteadiness. Standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.208 and 0.195. The defendant admitted to drinking 4 beers between 5 and 9 p.m. And during a search of the defendant's person, the officers found a bag of marijuana containing 1.13 grams.
Okay, do you have a valid Texas driver license, sir?
No.
Okay, you're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition of your bond. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what is going on in your life. I don't care what you have to do. You get into a car and drive, I can and will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because it's a second offense, I'm ordering you to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. Likewise, if I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, I'll put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Sir.
You want to drive? Go get a license, get liability insurance. Talk to me, and then we can.
I have insurance, liability insurance.
It doesn't matter. If you don't have a license, then you can't drive. You can have $15 million in insurance. An insurance company is going to say, man, you're not supposed to be driving anyways. We're not going to cover you in the event that you get into an accident. You have to have a license. Insurance companies deny everybody for every reason. You give them any loophole, they're going to deny any coverage. If you don't have a license, they're going to say, well, you're not supposed to be driving anyways. I don't know how an insurance company would give you insurance when you don't have a license. What do you do for a living?
I work compounding for a fertilizer company.
Okay. What kind of money you make a month?
To 2,000.
Where do you live?
I stay
live with?
by myself.
Okay. Are you married?
No, sir.
Kids?
Yes, sir.
How many kids you got?
One.
Who's got custody of the child?
My child's mom. Well, both do. Co-parent.
You provide support?
Yes, sir.
How?
Financially wise, and I help. I get them every other week.
Is it you
no,
just give?
no, it's just we got an understanding between us.
Okay. You want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Linking an application. I'm telling you now, Mr. Aviles, don't drive. It's the worst possible thing you can do in this short life. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll have you sign all the documents and then I'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing.
As the session nears its end, exhaustion sets in. The judge's voice softens, but his authority remains. He's seen every kind of story today, from genuine remorse to casual disregard. The courtroom slowly empties, echoing with lessons that won't make headlines, but mean everything to those who stood before him. Justice today wasn't flashy, but it was real, messy, emotional, and human. If you were sitting on that bench, would you rule with compassion or strictness?
Can you run his license, Alex, please? Yes. I'm ordering you not to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you have car insurance in your name? Then you're not allowed to drive, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. If I find that you drive, I'm going to have you arrested. I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Who do you live with now? Is she here now? How much money do you make a month, sir?
$3,000 to $4,000 a month.
Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. If you want to drive, go get liability insurance, come back, show me that you have it, and then we'll allow you to drive. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand?
Sure.
That if I find you with a weapon, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You pick up a new case, start acting the fool. Don't. Do you understand? So this is an affidavit that you're going to sign with me today, promising me that you're not going to drive until you have car insurance and get court approval. Once you do that, I'll take this off. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We'll have you I'm going to have you take a seat while I get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign them, promising us you're not to have any weapons. And after that, we'll let you go. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Come on. Sir, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 2 years. The only condition is to complete the program. And once you do that, you'll have to do a little bit of aftercare, but you will be out on the outside doing it. Don't take off from the facility. If you take off, it's very possible they file a felony charge on you. They've done it on person after person. You're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary if you just take off. Don't do it. I'm trying to help you here. That's all we're trying to do, Ms. Akers, believe it or not. We want you to leave here better than you came here. This isn't our first rodeo. And I'm going to tell you now, we will continue to do this until it takes over and over. And I have several people here that can attest to the fact that eventually it's going to take, and we're going to keep doing it. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. It will be there forever. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand? We're doing this straight.
Yes, sir.
Correct? All right. You understand what's going on?
Yes, sir.
All we want you to do is complete this thing successfully, and then you're done. That's all. Do you have any questions? If you fail to live up to this probation, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I will put you back into custody, but we're going to keep doing it. And I want you to know that. I can keep you here for the next, 2-3 years?
3 years.
We can keep you here for the next 3 years until this thing takes. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you plead to the offense, Mr. Akers? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to the agreement. Good luck. I want to see you under great circumstances, all right? Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor, and thank
Thank
you
you,
for
Mr.
your persistence in trying to help my client, Mr. Akers. It'll be all right, okay?
How long, so is there a wait for him to get in?